Hey, BI.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all gotta work me now. You know, I'm kind of nervous now. It's my first time. This is my first time now.
I'm
Y'all
good.
gotta
You
work
got
me.
this, B. You got
What is
this,
going
B.
on? Did you turn
Oh
the
yeah,
air
we
on
know.
or something?
Hold on, y'all gotta mute.
Can you please?
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
we
Yes.
can hear you
All
now.
right. Like I'm just add on what Shanique said for I share my screen. When I started this journey like last year January to be exact. I mean, it wasn't easy. I mean, it wasn't easy because the limited bullies that we have behind the walls. You don't got no laptop. You don't got no computer. You don't got all the advanced things that they have in the outside society. Only thing we got back there is the cell phones. I mean, some screens bigger, some screens smaller. I mean, so it's rough because it's something new that we are dealing with. There's a whole lot of language that I had to learn. So with the frustration, the aggravation, I mean, in that time that I want to tap out, I want to walk away and just continue doing what I've been doing. But I know at that point that I just be giving it up. I be not getting my money, I'm not gonna give up. I'm not no quarter. So I just keep going and keep going. And then on top of that, I got brothers that I embrace behind the walls as my brother, like my mom give birth to them. So I know if I've been successful with them, I could have bring to them and based on my success, I know I could have get their attention and they would have come along. And basically that's what I did. So well, across the time I ended up building a little team back there. So I'm not the only one behind the wall trading. I got brothers back there that trade too. I mean, all us one different. All us trying to put ourselves in a much more better position than we once was. And we don't try the wrong way. We don't see the wrong way got us. The wrong ways got us where we are right now. So right now this is something different, much more different. Like I said, when we get out, we got ourselves in a better position, much more greater position than we ever once was. So why quit? Why give up?
I really appreciate you saying that, bro. Like for real.
I mean, the struggle real. It ain't easy. I mean, but you just can't tap out no matter what. I mean, no matter how hard you get, no matter how frustrated you get, no matter how aggravated you get, because all this going to come. It's a process. All this got to go. Every last person on this call gonna have to go through this process. It ain't gonna be easy. Some people can grasp as fast as the other. The vast majority of us won't. But guess what? That don't mean that you give up. Just keep fighting and keep fighting. Determination, you will succeed. You just got to be determined. You gotta want better. No matter how many times you fall, you gotta get up and keep going, no matter what. With that, I'm gonna travel on I'm gonna share my screen with y'all. I'm show y'all show you how to be working on my charts. All right, take off. Everybody can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
No doubt.
Yes. All right. Right now, all right. What I do the first thing I do when I come on, when I come on these charts, right? I don't care what pale and nice metals, so on and so forth, stocks. I mean, whatever I'm trading. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to identify the overall trend. We all know, I don't know, the market move in three ways. The market move up, the market move down, the market move sideways. And when I say the market move up, that means the market can create higher highs, higher lows, and vice versa with the downtrend. The downtrend, the market will create lower lows and lower highs. And when I say sideways, the market moves sideways. They're now creating new highs, now creating new lows. No one is in control. So we don't trade on sideways. We trade uptrend, we trade a downtrend. That's it. The only two type of trends that we trade, uptrend and downtrend. You'll never trade sideways, no matter how pretty you look. You do not never ever trade sideways. The only thing you do is lose your money. So you want to save yourself a bunch of headaches? Don't trade on sideways market. Trade an uptrend and trade a downtrend. So the first thing I do when I come on these like this pair right here, NZD shift. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to identify the overall trend. I got to identify the overall trend, but we all know that the trend is our friend. We trade with the trend. We don't go against it. We go against it, we will drown. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna identify what type of trend I'm looking at. I can see my trend real good.
Yes.
All right. Say
Yes,
less.
sir.
All right, say less. So I'm identifying my trend. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on my toolbar. I'm gonna go get my trend line. I'll mark it up. And they'll see I'm on a daily. I'm on a daily chart.
Daily.
I'm on a daily because the reason why I use a daily because I'm looking for the overall bigger picture. You know, you can draw a trend in any time frame, no matter what time frame you're in. I'll give you in a daily, you're in a 4 hour, 3 hour, 2 hour, 1, and so forth and etc. It don't matter. You always can draw a trend line. Any time frame, you can draw a trend line. However, I'm gonna start with my bigger time. I'm gonna start with the bigger one. I'm gonna start with the daily. So as y'all can see, I can identify what type of trend it is.
Downtrend.
Downtrend.
Downtrend. Yep.
Trend lead.
Downtrend.
Facts. And what I'm gonna try to do is, I just try to get them to touch my points where price has been at the highest. So that they can see they touched 3 times. I try to get them to touch these 2 times. If I get them 3 times will tell me the whole story. 2 times then as a trend. 3 times will tell me a story. I don't try to force it. I try to just give them the kiss. That's it. I don't try to force that. Any questions so far?
No.
No.
No, sir.
I have a question.
All right.
Are you mocking this up on TraderView, or is this a different type of platform that you're using to mark it up? Because I'm having problems at TraderView.
I use TradingView.
Okay, that's TradingView right there.
Yeah, the TradingView right here.
Oh, it looks different. Okay,
Yeah,
I guess you can change the color.
Yeah,
Okay.
I changed the color the way I want to
Oh,
change
okay.
it for my
Okay.
candles.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. So as you can see, we in an overall downtrend. So that means if I be in a downtrend, what we looking for? We look for sales or we looking for buys?
We're looking for
I'm looking for a buy. Oh,
Huh?
looking for a sale.
I figure a buy.
Or the
once it
trend
hit the
line.
support. I don't know.
Oh
no, sorry, sale.
All right, there you go. When you're looking for sales on it, because we're dealing with a downtrend. We don't counter trend. The reason why I don't counter trend because price might be reverse on you if you counter trend. Then you're gonna get trapped out. You're gonna lose your money. And so that's why we trade. That's why we trade with the trend. You don't go against it. So being that in a downtrend, I mean I looking for sale opportunities only sale opportunities. But before we get there, I gotta look for the next stage I'm gonna do is I identify my overall trend. Now I'm gonna do is I'm looking for my support, my resistance. And y'all know what support and resistance is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me a little detail
Yes,
about
sir.
Support is the floor, resistance is the ceiling.
It's indeed. Facts. I totally agree with you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for my support. I'm looking for my resistance on the daily. The reason why I do it on the daily, because like I said, I'm dealing with the bigger picture. And once again, you can find support and resistance on any time frame. I don't care if it's on a 4 hour, 3 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour. It don't matter. Support and resistance exists on every time frame. The same thing with the trend line exists on every time frame. You just gotta find it and identify it. That's the reason why I deal with the bigger time frame. Then I break it down to the smaller time frame. This is what we call top-down analysis. We start big and we work our way down. What they call top-down analysis.
I'm sorry. You said that
Huh?
you're for support and resistance on the daily time frame.
Yeah, I use a daily. I use a daily. Then I'll do the 4 hour because I'm gonna break it down. You can use. I start with the daily, right? And then I'll go to the next time frame, which will be the part of the 4 hour. This is what I deal with. Then I drop down to 3 hour more. Then I go to the 1 hour. So when I use a daily,
Okay.
it could be when I use a daily, when when I use a daily support and resistance, it will be my overall support and resistance. It could be part of my major support and resistance. Then when I break it down to another time frame, then I'm gonna label my minor support and resistance.
Do you make those different colors, or are they like all the same?
No, I know I keep the same color. Sometimes I just label it. I label as minor. I label as minor support, minor resistance, or major support, major resistance. So what I'm gonna do is when I look for my resistance, I'm looking to see what the highest price that I'm pull back to. I'm looking for the open and the close.
Hey, BI, sorry, what did you use to draw the line?
The trend line. I go to my toolbar right here.
Okay.
And I go get the trend line right there.
Trend line. Okay, so it's called trend line. Okay.
Yeah, the trend line. And what I do is I look for my highs and my lows. I will get my rate. Then I mark it. Come right here. I'm gonna use it as my resistance point. I still see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, but I'm trying to see if you mark the wick or the body or both.
I sometimes do both of them. It all depends. Sometimes I mark the wick. The wick ain't never what prices I've been at the highest. A lot of time I'll do the body what prices I'm close at. But it really just depends. So I'm gonna go above the bottom. I'm gonna go to the wick real fast. Now I'm gonna change my color. I just go right here. I change my color. I put any color that I want. And then I use this right here. The thickness is my balls. I use a 1. I can use a 2, a 3, or 4, whatever. It's all on you. Whatever your preference is. So I use that as my support. Now, Mama, I tell you, you can use this. I can use this on a daily, right? But being that on a daily, this can be that I call it my major resistance because I on a daily. Now, if you want to mark it, if you want to mark it up, if you want to label it, then you just go right here, click the text, and come right here. Then you can use it.
Are we live trading tonight?
No, I doing a lot of trading. I just doing I just taking them to the basics. You know, like I say, you can put in any size and shape that you want. Y'all can see that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, you come on.
Okay, so did you put it there? Like I see you put it above the wick, and you said sometimes you do the body, but did you basically just look left and kind of see? I mean, to kind of see like what else was like around that area.
Yeah, I look left. I always look left until you know left is basically when you look left is basically past history.
Okay.
Like gonna tell you a whole lot, like what prices don't touch up to. I mean, they can tell you about support, they can tell you about resistance. So I always look left, unless we at a new high, new low. Then you know left ain't nothing gonna be there because we had a new area that prices ain't never been before. So that's when you gotta be careful at.
Yeah.
But I always look left.
I have a question.
All right, come on.
Yeah, I have a question that why did you put the resistance line right there on top of that wick? Why is it not at the top where the at the beginning of the trend line? Isn't that the high?
Say again?
You know, you have when you started with your trend line at the top, why isn't that the resistance? And why did you have the resistance down here where you have it at now?
See what I can do is I could go there, but I tell you this after my preference. I could go there, but yeah, that ain't problem. So you look at these wicks, right? Wicks ain't number one. The only thing I could tell you what price been at previously. Prices came out there, and the prices came out there, and it came back down. Like you see that long wick right there?
Yeah.
The only thing I tell you that price has been up there one time before. Price ain't stayed there. Price ain't closed right there. Prices reached there and it came back down.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
That's why the wick like that. Anytime you see a wick, only thing wick's gonna tell you that is what price has been at previously. So there's gonna be like a hot zone. So these like areas you gotta watch. This is like what the market makers like to come back up to. So you just gotta watch it.
Okay, so you put it there because that was the last time. That was the last peak of the high.
Yeah, that's why I just put it right there for. I could have gone to the previous one, but I did choose that one right there.
All right. I got you.
Same thing right here. When I look at when I go to my resistance, I'm gonna do the same thing like I do when I go to my support, I'm gonna do the same thing like I do my resistance. I'm gonna mark it on up. Like I said, once again, we still in the daily.
Cool.
And I'm gonna change the color. You can change any color that you want. This is your preference.
Okay. Yeah, and that was the last touch of the support.
Yeah,
The lowest.
Yeah, that's just like what prices been up to. You can see how many times prices came back in the area, like 2 times. But it ain't closed right, y'all. It ain't closed right here now. Keep in mind, it never closed right. This is what prices closed right to right here now. This is what prices closed right here.
Mm-hmm.
Prices reached right here, but it never closed right here. It dropped back up and came back right. That's where it opened and closed at.
Okay.
All right.
Got you.
And once again, I can do the same thing like I did. I can label it. I don't always label it because I know the difference. But this being that I showing y'all is me. I mean, let me show y'all what I do. This is what I do in a minute again. You see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
I ain't losing no more then. Now, reason why, right? Yeah, all right. Now that's my support. This is my resistance. Now I got my trend line. That's on the daily. That's how I mark my chart out. If I travel anywhere else, that's how I mark my chart out. If I can identify what type of trend I am, I can identify where my support at. I can identify where my resistance at. Now I can travel on. Remember I tell you now is three type of trend. We got an uptrend, we got a downtrend, and we got a sideways. So the market move 3 ways. 2 trends in the market move 3 ways. So I got a question. What make a downtrend?
Lower highs and lower lows.
Yes.
All right. What make an uptrend?
Higher highs,
Higher
higher
highs
lows.
and higher lows.
All right, trend did. So right now, so we can say this right here is a true downtrend.
Yes, downtrend.
There's a true downtrend.
On a daily, it's a downtrend.
Correct.
Say again.
On a daily, it's a downtrend, but if you take it
Right. It's a downtrend.
on a daily.
Trend D, facts. All right, now I'm gonna travel on. We identify, like I said once again, we got the trend line, we identify what type of trend we in. We got the support and we got the resistance. Now I'm gonna travel on. Now I'm gonna go to the 4 hour. Now we're on the 4 hour. Now I'm gonna keep my, like I say. Now we can look for support resistance in the 4 hour because they can change up. Remember, we got the daily overall support resistance will be the major. Then I'm gonna look for the minor support resistance because I had another time frame and the 4 hour time frame. I mean, my support, my resistance gonna change up. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right.
I see where you at.
All right. Now I'm looking for my support on this on the 4 hour. For this on the 4 hour, right? And now I'm gonna look for my resistance. I'm gonna come right here, being a pressure touch right here. And I can change my color. I'm gonna green again. Yeah, well, I don't have to change it. I'm going my resistance. Change them all now. Now y'all see that? Now I said I'm gonna support my resistance change. I got a different time frame. I got the daily support and resistance. And I got my 4-hour support and resistance. Once again, you can label it. I remember you only looking for sale. You only looking for sales, right? When you're looking for sales, sales opportunity only. When you look for nothing else, not much sales.
Agree.
You're not gonna buy.
Okay, so quick question. So I see you put it right there underneath the M, but okay, I think this is where I've been messing up probably. So why didn't you put it beneath like you see where that long blue wick line is? Like in the bottom of the
right here?
No, up a little bit, but at the bottom of the bodies.
Right here?
Yeah, is that just your preference or is it just because it's like a break kind of?
Yeah, that's my preference. I can come right here. I mean, all right, I can go right here if I really want to. I can go right here too. Let's say we go right here. I can go right here. We go right here. Now we see how the support and resistance change up on the 4-hour versus the daily.
Yes, and this is where I get confused because it looks completely different.
Because you in different every time you go to a different time frame, the support and risk is gonna change. But remember now, the overall trend, we still dealing with the overall trend is the downtrend. Everything gonna change up it's the support and resistance. Long prices gonna break that trend line, then our trend is gonna stay in the downtrend. We're not gonna buy. We're gonna change the sell. I mean, we on the sell one is why when prices rise up. When prices at the low, when prices at the support, we don't do no selling because it's too low.
Right.
I mean, we only buy when prices at a resistance level. If we don't break that resistance level, then we're gonna sell it back down.
Okay. And this is the resistant level on the major chart, which is the daily, right?
No, say it again.
Oh.
Are we talking about breaking the resistance on the major on the daily chart, or are we talking about the resistance on that you're marking up now on the 4-hour?
On the 4-hour.
Okay.
See, when I do the daily just the overall large scheme of things. That's
okay. Telling me to trade in a downtrend. That's what it should just say. Right. Okay. All right.
Then when I go to a lower time frame, like the 4-hour, then I'm gonna find me a 4-hour support and resistance. Then once if one of them broke, then it's gonna tell me a whole another story.
Right. Okay.
So I'm saying.
All right.
Any more questions?
Yes, sir. Can you please explain break of structure?
Break of structure.
That's a good question.
All right. Nice. That's a good question. All right. So right now, all right. So since we on a 4-hour, right? So we're gonna look for a break of structure. Right now, we see that price and break this structure right here. We say break of structure. You see, all right. This right here can be structure. Well, that's for my this right here. This right here can be structure. If we break this right here, then it had to be retested. That's the only way. If we break this structure right here, then they're gonna have to be retested. So when they say break and retest, right?
When it breaks, it'll have to retest. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, sure did. If it breaks something, you got to retest it. I mean, it got to be retested no matter what. It got to be retested. So if we break this right here, if we break this structure right here, they're gonna tell me one thing. That prices is gonna come back up. I'm gonna look for this area right here. If we break this structure, I'm gonna look for prices to come right here.
That's okay. So right here where you are, where is the imbalance?
Bingo. Why I got to highlight? Why I got to circle that?
That is the imbalance candle.
It's indeed facts.
That's the bank. So that it wants to go here to fix it.
Say that one more time.
So it wants to go. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just didn't hear what you said.
Just breaking up.
What you asking now? What your question was?
Oh, I was saying, like, it goes back up to where that I guess that's the industrial candle they be talking about.
No, and it's imbalance candle.
Imbalance.
The imbalance candle. Okay, so it goes there to kind of basically balance it out, and that's how you know it's going there, basically, right?
Yeah, true indeed. You got to bring balance. You know, to bring the balance, it was an imbalance. It got to be balanced in some shape, form, fashion. You got to balance itself out. So 9 out of 10, if we break the structure right here, that means they talking in that imbalance. They're gonna bring a balance with it. I know about money right there. So we go back right there. We don't break that structure right there. That's that overall resistance right there. Then what we gonna do?
We're gonna sell.
Sure indeed, facts. Then we gonna sell back down. Come on, my team. We sell high. We don't sell low when it's at a support level. We gonna sell when it's high. So if they break, so this structure right here is broken. That mean they talking in that one area right. That mean they talking in imbalance right there.
Oh,
Okay.
so it's going to go up, and then that's when we would put in our sale right after a retest.
Yeah, true. After you got further confluence with it,
Gotcha.
you gotta have low, furthermore confluence with it. But 9 out of 10, that's what they gonna talk. They talking in imbalance. They talking with an imbalance that they bring balance when they get us unfold orders.
So right
So
there where you have the green on 409, what is it, 99? If we see it goes up past that, is that like consider a retest, and then it will go? We can go ahead and jump in, or should it go all the way where it's circled, or like that's the confusion too.
Oh no, let it go all the way on up.
Okay.
Let it go all the way. 9 out of 10, we saying we got an imbalanced candle, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we have an imbalanced candle, I mean the candle had to be at least 50% full.
Okay. Okay.
50%. Yeah, 50% full. So once you get 50% full,
Okay.
then we send it back down. But you don't rush into it now. You take your time. You
Right.
don't rush to get in it now. You just take your time and probably do what they do.
Got you. Okay.
So does the imbalance candle typically come before the break of structure?
No. The imbalanced candle ain't not when we think of an imbalanced candle, right? The imbalanced candle ain't not when the market makers come into the market. That they don't want to push the market. They don't want to make the market move. They make it move like that. They don't want got these imbalanced candle like that because they make it move so fast, it pushes so fast that they leave orders. They don't have a chance to control the orders. So I mean, when we say market move, when we say we'll make a downtrend.
Higher lows.
Higher lows and
Lower lows.
Lower highs and lower lows.
Oh, true indeed. All right. When we say lower lows, I mean when we say lower lows, right? I mean market will create lower lows and get smaller and smaller. When we say lower high, I mean market will have to retrace and have to pull back and grab that and fulfill them orders. This can be like a lower high. When markets pull back, they're gonna have to pull. They're gonna have to pull back and fulfill these orders. I mean, like that's a lower high. Then they continue back in the direction that they tended to. They go back down. That's what they say lower highs. They're not about pullback or market correction.
Okay.
Can you repeat that?
Please do.
Yes, please.
for the ones in the back. Me.
All right, you got to. All right. When we say lower lows, right? I mean when we say lower low, that's how we identify true actually true downtrend. I mean the market creating lower lows, getting lower and lower. I mean like it's just like we start our stairs right to the highest, and we keep every time we take a step down. I mean we getting lower and lower and lower, just like a downtrend. Every time we take one step down, we getting lower and lower to the bottom.
Agreed.
And then when we say retrace back, I mean they're gonna have to pull back. I mean we only thing we do is retracing our steps. We don't skip a few steps. So we just retracing our steps before we continue back on to the path that we once was. That's the same thing with the market. They just retrace. When they say lower highs, they just pull back, retracing it. They go back to get where they left.
Okay, it's that little pullback that you see. So retrace, is that the same as retest?
No, a retest is like we use a momentum. We use something we use to call the MACD. The MACD gonna really identify what is what a retest is.
I have one question. After price reaches the imbalance level on the higher time frame, do you then drop down to a lower time frame and then find the imbalance level again
Yeah, like
for a
all
better
right.
stop loss?
Yeah, I mean, no, we what I do is I'm always mark up on a bigger time frame. But for entry, I'm gonna go to the 5. I'm gonna go to the 15 minutes. I'm looking for a break of structure, retest and enter. The same thing. I'll go to the 5 minutes. And out of 10, I'm gonna start with the 15 minutes. I'm gonna drop down to the 15 minutes always.
And
All right,
that's
like
for HFX or that's for regular Forex or both?
oh no, it's Forex. No, Forex. But you know, market structure, market structure. I don't care if you're trading Forex or high frequency Forex. Market structure, it's the same thing. If you could identify, if you would trade Forex, then you can trade high frequency Forex.
But
One
you
goes
always go
faster than the
down
other.
to the 15 minute.
Only for entry. Sometimes I go to 5 minutes. Sometimes I enter on the 1 minute. It all depends on what I see.
Gotcha.
But before I do any entry, I'm gonna deal with the rules. I'm looking for a break of structure, retest. I'm gonna find my imbalance candle. Then I'm gonna enter.
Gotcha.
All right, so that's a 4 hour, right? All right, so I'm gonna drop it down to a 1 hour. All right, I'm dropping down to a 1 hour for y'all to help y'all out a little bit more. All right, one more structure. So you respect the structure. So I practice right back up, respect that structure. Then I'm broken. So that what we do, we sell back down. If we don't break it, we sell back down.
Hold on, do that one more time. Do that one more time.
See our prices. All right, I'm gonna go to the 4 hour. The 4 hour and 1 hour are gonna look totally different. All right. Now you see the 4 hour? See how the 4 hour look? See structure? This is on the 4 hour.
I see you. Yep, I see you.
Now I'm gonna go to the 1 hour. I'm gonna drop 3. I'm gonna drop 3 time frame down. That could be the 1 hour.
Okay.
Now look at structure.
You don't use the MACD.
Yeah, Tony, I use the MACD. But we don't have, like, when you look at the 1 hour, we don't got no broken structure. Because if we ain't got no broken structure, they ain't break the structure. I mean, they respect it. See how many time prices come back up, y'all? They respect it.
I see what you're saying.
Yep.
So, ain't no broken structure. So they respect that structure with y'all. I only can tell me one thing. I'm gonna set it back down. They respect the overall
So
structure of it.
BI, that brings me to a question. You would wait till that last blue candle goes up to the green line, and that would be your entry to sell back down?
You know what I mean? Yeah, that won't be my entry. Like I said, I'm gonna go to a smaller time frame look for my entry. I don't necessarily gonna enter off for 1 hour. I'm gonna do my overall analysis off the bigger time frame. Because I can see the overall picture better on a bigger time frame versus a smaller time frame. Only time I go to a smaller time frame because I look for an entry.
But because it didn't break the structure on the 1 hour, that's why you're going back down.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell it back down because I respect that structure. And I know my overall trend is a downtrend. So I mean, I only looking for sale. I'm gonna sell it back down.
So that's really a resistance point. That's really a resistance point.
Yeah, trend is. Yeah, trend is. Every time I respect my resistance, then I'm gonna sell it back down.
Yep.
Because they don't break it. Every time it came back out to the resistance, what happened? It dropped back down.
Yes.
Every time. So I mean, I'm gonna sell it on back down until you break it. If you don't break it, then I'm gonna continue selling it back down. Every time they come up, because I tell you, we sell high. That's the highest peak of prices. So I'm gonna sell it back down.
Making sense.
Okay.
Now we said we dealing with them. Now y'all say y'all look for entry, right? So we gonna do. We go to the. I'll drop it to the 15 minutes for y'all. Like it look different now. Every time we can do a different time frame, it will look different. Every time. I'm looking for entry. You see a prices through at the resistance, they ain't never break it. So we don't got no break of structure. They ain't never break it. So I'm like I tell you, I'm gonna set it back down. All right. You see break of structure. Let me see. Let me find a structure for y'all. in 15 minutes. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm up another structure. I'll come right here. You see that?
Yes.
Most definitely. So what you're doing is just to be clear, if this last blue candle touched this line right here, that at that top of resistance, then at that point, that's when you're gonna look for a sale.
Yeah, only if you don't break it.
I got you.
If you respect that structure, now look how many times it came up there and touched it. This one in 15 minutes now. Look how many times it come and touch it and never broke it. So there's like a zone that I'm gonna watch. The 0.640110. This is a zone that I'm gonna watch it. I mean, prices is respecting that 0.640110. So I want to actually watch this. If we don't break it, then I'm gonna let me know. I'm gonna sell it back down. But if we break those, then I mean it will go to the next structure. If we break this, if we break this structure right here, then I mean it will have to be retested. This will be type of retest. If we break that structure right there, it will have to be retested. If we break a 15-minute structure, that means we will have to be. That means we gonna need a 15-minute retest. It's gonna take longer than that, but we're gonna need a retest in a 15-minute time frame.
Now, do you touch the 1 or the 5 minute at all, or do you just stay with the 15 as far as your entries?
I everything before we get to the 15. Everything I start on the 1 minute before we get to 1 minute. So I might get my entry like on the 1 minute. Sometimes the retest might happen on a smaller time frame. Might happen on 5 minutes, 3 minutes, or the 1 minute.
Bia, can you say that one more time for me?
All right. When he said when we speak about entry, right? Sometimes I enter on the 5 minutes, the 3 minutes, or the 1 minute. What will I see my retest on a lower time frame? Because the 1 minute will come before the 5 minutes. 5 minutes will come before the 15 minutes. So I look for entry on one of them. If I see my retest happen on one of these lower time frames, then that's what I'm gonna enter at. I only gonna enter right here, but I'm gonna ride my profit all the way down to the previous low.
Okay.
I only look for entry.
Okay.
Yeah. I only look for entry. That's it. I'm using this for entry, nothing more, nothing less.
I got you.
All right.
Thank
Let me
you.
show you another thing. Oh, no problem. Let me show you another thing. I'm gonna see the market move 3 ways. Right. Market move up, move down, move sideways. You gonna trade this right here. See that right there? You gonna trade that.
Okay.
Now we call that
consolidation.
Sure indeed. A consolidation sideways. You gonna trade that right there. We stay away from that. You're not making no new highs, not making no new lows. Nobody in control of the market. It's moving sideways. So we don't trade that right there. Any questions?
Yeah, just to get just to make sure everything, when you start out with your analysis, you start out from the daily, you do your trend lines and your support and resistance, and then you just drop the time frame.
Yeah, Timothy, I drop my time frame.
The major support resistance on the daily.
Yeah. I start my analysis on my daily. When I do my support, I put my trend. I put my trend line on my daily. I do my support, my major support resistance on the daily. That is my guidance to let me know what I'm dealing with. Let me know exactly where I at. Then within the major support, you got minor support within the major support.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the major support resistance, then I have minor support resistance. Because remember, when you drop a time frame, you will have another support resistance within a smaller time frame. Every time you drop a time frame, you will have a smaller support resistance.
Gotcha.
Okay.
No, y'all say entry, right? Y'all say the MACD, right? So that's how I use my MACD. I'm looking for some type of entry. This is the type of MACD we use right here. the MACD 4C squatter. Y'all can see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this the MACD that we use right here. It's the only one that we use. It's the best one that we use. It's the MACD 4C squatter. Now look for it. You can see prices going up. Like I said, I won't buy. Even though that will be a good buy, I won't get in that buy because I be counter trending. My trend is a downtrend. So one of them I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait to see what price is gonna do right here when they get to the zone right here. The candles area right here. If price break that, then I'm looking for a retest. Say it again. Somebody else say something? If price break the zone, if price break the structure right here, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna identify my imbalanced candle. All right. So this is my imbalanced candle right here. This is my imbalanced candle right here. I'm looking for prices. I'm looking for prices come back in this area right here. I'm looking for prices. If price break that structure right there, I'm gonna look for prices coming for $40 right there. If price respect that structure right there, then I'm gonna sell prices back down. Now, even though this right here is also a resistance, if price break that, that's gonna turn into a support. It no longer be a resistance. Price break above those and close above those is no longer a resistance, turn into a support. Yeah, with me?
Yes. What does this
Absolutely.
MACD or MACD help you identify? I'm just still a little lost on what you're looking at when you see this.
Oh man, these like momentum. I tell you momentum. It helped me with it tell me momentum. I be telling me with my up down, like going uptrend, downtrend. And MACD helped me identify a few things. Remember somebody asked me earlier about a retest, right? How I know about a retest, right? These are questions that somebody asked me earlier. So this is why this is what we use the MACD for, to identify a real retest, right? So when price breaks something, we looking for retest. The line got to cross that zero line right there. I see those zeros at? To my right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, prices I mean, MACD got to cross a zero line for actually real true retest. I don't care if you're going to uptrend or downtrend. For a real true actually real retest, MACD got to cross the zero line. You might cross it and come back down. But as long as you cross that zero line, then you know that's a real true solid retest. If you don't cross that zero line, then there's no retest. Then you just be in a retracement. But the only time is a retest.
I was going to ask, is it supposed to go up like crossing the zero line or down like crossing the zero line? Because that's the confusing part.
All right. Let's say we in this right. Say we be in a downtrend, right? We be in a downtrend and price break structure, right? Right. If we in a downtrend and price break structure and we looking for retest, I mean prices got to drop, prices got to come up. If we don't break structure in a downtrend, you got to come up. And then we sell back down. And vice versa. If we've been in an uptrend and price break structure, I mean prices got to come back. They got to come down for retest. And then we buy on our way back out.
Okay.
So just to make sure that I understand what you're saying when you say break structure, if the wick breaks the resistance right here, or are we talking about if the candle closes right up there?
True indeed. The candle got to close. We're looking for break and close. Sometimes the wick might just go out there because they might be stock loss. They might want to kick you out. That's it. That don't mean that. I mean, that just prices come up there just to kick you out of trade. I mean, but we saying break a structure. I mean the candle that break that structure and it close. Then how would you call it break a structure and close? But if we wake up in that area, there ain't no break a structure. This prices come up there. But it didn't close out there. A break structure when candle not close above that structure, you don't turn that like see the prices break right here and it close. That means you don't turn that resistance into support. No longer resistance, become a support now, become the foundation. So now you're gonna have to retest it because it might fake you out. That's why we say always wait for retest for you gonna get fake out.
I
Makes
got you.
sense. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Still wrapping my mind
Picking
around.
up what you putting down, King.
So
I'm picking
many.
up what you putting down.
Oh my, what y'all got me. I didn't know Russ I got y'all.
I have a question, Vi. Can you show them a break of structure, maybe on this chart?
The structure. All right. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me see. Let me find the structure real quick. All right. I got one right jump for you. That's the easy one. It's right here. They come right here. This right here will be a break of structure. This is what we call a break of structure right here. See this right here? That line up?
Because it closed outside. Got you.
Yeah, that's what we call a break of structure right here. This will be a break of structure. So since the price break this right here, that means that you're gonna have to be retested. See how prices came right here. See how prices came right there, then it dropped back down. Right. You might tell you how the market move, create lower lows and lower high, right? You're not about retracement. The market pull back up, that's where they target. That's where they target. The target area right here. That's a retracement. All right. Then it went back down. Market drop back down. Hold on, take this off screen for you. Market drop back down and creating a little high about this way it did. Came back up again. Is what happened. It break the structure. So since it breaks structure, that means you're gonna have to be a retest. And that's how we know if it's true. Like you said, someone asked earlier about how we know it's a retest, right? Let me show you how. See market come up. Look at my MACD. So market come up, respect that resistance. Came down, I tell you retracement. And went back up again. Pardon me.
Okay, so I asked this. I asked this question in a previous class a while ago, but okay. So walk with me for a second. The circle on the far left that you wrote down, right, in this situation at the resistance, right?
Yeah,
so we know that's on the far left, way over on the end right here.
Right
okay.
there.
So yes, sir. So we know that that's the quote unquote. Well, that's the imbalance candle based on the second circle that you got. But if we also notice that it's still on the same resistance line. So if that's the case, everything done on the far left, you're gonna see it in the middle, and you're gonna also see it on the far right as well, because it looks as if that price is respecting that same zone. Does that make sense?
Yeah, truly. So
okay.
Only thing happening
okay.
See, Mama tell me you got the imbalance channel. Only thing when they break that structure, they just target that imbalance channel right there. Mama tell you got unfulfilled orders, right? But when it went back up there, it went right back into the what? Went to resistance. It respect it and broke it, right? And what happened? Price dropped back down. Mama tell you gonna have to be a retest. If you break structure, gonna have to be a retest, right? And this is the retest right there. I'm gonna tell you how to drop. It got to cross the zero line. See that price come down?
Yeah, I see it.
See how prices come down right here? That's the retest right there. All right, I'm gonna tell you. All right, that's a retest. When we on the overall, we on the downtrend. Prices came up again. Oh, excuse me. Price came up again. Look, price came up. Sell it back down. Respect that zone. It might say this might be this be a fake out. Just watch it. And respect that zone. And we look for the imbalanced candle. With an imbalanced candle out.
Could you explain a fake out? Could you explain what a fake out is?
A fake out? I mean that a fake out means that all right. A fake out is like it might break structure, right? You know what I mean? It might break structure. But it might not be no actually no true broken structure. The only reason why when they say a fake out, right, and avoid a fake out, the only way you know it ain't actually no true fake out because that's what a retest coming at. It got to be retest to avoid the overall fake out. That way, it got to be retested. That's what a retest coming in at. So actually, that way you can know you actually and if that move actually true or not. It got to be retested. So when I say avoid the fake out, wait for the retest.
Okay.
Now look, all right, now you say explain the fake out, right? Like you say, break that structure. We break that structure, you would think I've been a buy, right? Because you break that structure. All right. Then you say, all right, we wait for the retest. Now look how it retested. It did it. All right. Did it make a new high once it retested?
No, it stayed right there in that area and kept coming back down.
So indeed, that's how you know, that's how you know that that's how you know it's a fake out because they're not creating no new high.
But is it
Continue on
because
back
the
down.
line didn't cross the zero? It just kind of touched it? That's how you know?
No, the line crossed now. Look at it. The line crossed all day. Just know
Which
that
line are you referring to?
Oh, I see it. The one on the MACD. I see the little.
MACD. Sure indeed. That's how you know.
The white line on that on the MACD?
Oh, it's the white line we're supposed to be looking at. I was looking at the green and the red line. Okay.
That's right here.
See it now. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see the cross now. It looked like it just.
Yeah, sure indeed. That's how you avoid a fake out. Just because you break it, that don't mean that. That way say wait for a retest. Because you can jump in and you think you're going into a buy the whole time, just fake you out. That would say wait for a retest. Now if we continue on and create a new high, then that's how you know the trend has changed that we looking for a buy. Because first time we're broken. So since they ain't creating no new high, we know they continue to sell back down. And look what happened. It sold back down. Look what happened. It sell back down. Look at the drop. It sell back down.
So when it turns green again and that line crosses, that white line crosses, that's the end of your retest?
Say again?
When that white line crosses again, like at the far right, and the MACD is green again, is that the end of the retest?
Yeah. So the retest I know what is coming back down. Only thing then now it is crossing back up. Now I'll get out. That let me know that I'm gonna get out myself. I mean my money not changing, I'm gonna get out. I'm not gonna I wouldn't even been there from the start to be honest with you, because they ain't creating no new lows. The only thing I'm gonna do is watch it and respect my resistance. Then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell it back down. If we don't break it, then I'm gonna sell back down.
You can keep hitting that same one then. Every time it goes back up, you could always sell it back down, correct?
You sell it back down. Yeah, as long as you don't break it, then you just sell it back down. See that price struggling right now? It ain't break it. So I'll sell it back down. I'm just gonna wait. I just have patience and wait. I'll just sell it back down. As long as they don't break it, there's no break of structure. They respect structure, then I'm gonna sell it back down. If we break structure, then I know then I'm gonna need a retest. The retest is real important. That's how we avoid our fake out, because we wait on the retest. We jump in anything, then you gonna get the market is gonna sleep. It's like he asking Snow, the brother question how we can avoid fake out. We avoid fake out because we wait on retest. We avoid fake out because we look to see what market can create a new high. We don't create no new high, then we know there's a fake out.
So looking at this, we can see the white line about to go over the 0, but we're also looking at the resistant line that you have marked up, right? To see if it break that. And then that's when you would get out.
So one more time.
Is that when you would get out? Is when you see that wick? You see where the blue wick is? It hasn't gone above that green line right there. The first green line, the resistance. Is that when you would get out?
Yeah, I wouldn't have been in that trade from the start.
Oh, why wouldn't you take that trade?
Because I looking for selling. I mean, if I get in, I mean, I counter trading.
Oh, because it's just sitting there consolidate. Okay, gotcha.
No, there's not a consolidation. I mean, it came out of consolidation, then it started going up. But me personally, I wouldn't have been in there from the start because I'm looking for sale opportunities. I'm not looking for no buy. For me to get in there, I mean, I'm buying on up, and it's risky because price can pull back down, and then you can lose your money.
Yes.
I mean, you counter trading. Anything can happen to you in the course of you counter trading. I mean, you're going against the trend. And out of 10, you probably gonna lose if you're not an experienced trader. If you're counter trading, so you want to trade with the trend and only the trend only. That's what they call counter trading. Counter trading when you're going against the trend.
So right now, if we look all the way to the far right, like where we're at, live, that candle isn't breaking. So when do you know when to make a move? Like, do you wait for like the candlestick basically? Like,
yeah, I just look at my candles. Yeah, I look for my candles. I look for different candles. That's all. Okay. Then I see that then I just keep watching. I see that it keep being out on the 15 minutes. I'm gonna just keep watching it. If I see it start going down, then I'm gonna wait to the close of my candles. I'm looking for a golfing candle. If I see it when it start going down, I'm looking for momentum.
Okay.
Right now, I ain't got no momentum. It's just going sideways. By respecting that resistance so far. Then at the 9 or 10, I'm gonna look at my MACD. I'm gonna have a few things that's gonna help me out. What we call confluence.
So is this when you look at this? Okay.
Say that again?
I'm sorry. What's that word that you just said? I'm so sorry. What's that last word you just said? It's called what?
Oh, confluence. I mean, when I say about confluence, like, I might have more than one thing. Like I might have my MACD. I might have those certain different indicators to help me out to get into the trade. Certain things I'm gonna have certain little things that can help me out. If everything line up as one, that what they call confluence, then I'm gonna get into it. Like let's say happy day be speaking, right? Like say I've been going into this for a buy. Then I see that A space. I see going up. I see I got that golfing candle. So then I will get into a buy if I was buying that. Like right here. Here we call A space. See that A space right in the MACD? I got that A space, and I got the little green bars for money. If I was buying up, then I just let me know I'll buy on up because I got the A space. Price is moving up. Then I'm gonna roll with it. If I was buying up, but I'm not buying it up. Like I said, I don't let the counter trade too tough.
So you basically will wait to see red on the MACD before you actually jump into it.
Yeah,
for sale.
Chundi. I'm gonna look at the MACD. I'm gonna wait till it come back down. So.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna look at a single line on a MACD. I'm gonna wait for this to get weaker and start coming down. Then I look for the sell opportunity. I need momentum. I need momentum right now until for a sale. So I ain't gonna get into it. But one thing I do notice that they're respecting that resistance. I mean, you can see every time it come up there, they drop. So I just wait. I just look for the drop. When it start dropping back down, then I'm gonna ride a wave. I'm gonna ride a wave back down. Until it don't go down no longer, then I'll get out of it. If it's not creating no new lows, then I'll get out of it.
BI, do you use the fibs to drop your areas?
Huh?
Do you use the fibs to find your areas?
Oh, you talking about the Fibonacci?
Yeah.
Yeah, I use the Fibonacci. I just ain't saying I'm about to focus. I don't want to be like confusing what I know a lot of them like brand new, they beginners. So I just basically showing them to know the basis of the support, resistance, and the trend line. But you know, as I go further on with teaching, then I mean I'm gonna add a Fib and show them. But I definitely use the Fib though.
Hey B, I came in late. So when you looking for something, what you looking for it to touch 3 to 4 times before it making the next move?
Talk about dealing with dealing with the trend line or support and resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually wait for like touch 2 or 3 times. Sometimes it touch more than that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, usually it touch more than that. It all depends. Well, what the
Okay.
market maker is gonna do. I mean,
BI, how do you identify a strong resistance or a strong support? Like that area, how do you determine that it's a strong resistance? What confirmation are you looking for?
like I'm looking to see when my price hit it, like right here. I mean, if I use this right here as resistance, right? Look how many times prices been out there. I respect it, it never broke it. I mean, that they tell me that they respect this resistance, they respect that price. Because the hard zone, every time they come up, they can do the right thing. They're gonna drop back down. Look at the candles right now that we dealing with. Candles getting weak. I mean, look at these candles right here. See that? If we're gonna break it, then the previous candle would have broke it. And it continue on out.
So with that information that you just said, if this third candle starts to go down, that's when you'll probably jump in on the trade.
Yeah, sure indeed. The third candle, then I'm gonna look at my MACD. I was gonna look at my MACD. My MACD gonna tell me everything I need to know a lot. They gonna tell me things. But one thing I don't do is I don't rush to get in on a trade.
And Bia, if you don't mind me asking, what time frame do you usually mark up your pairs on? What time frame?
Oh, I always deal with the daily because I'm looking at the overall, looking for the bigger picture. I'm trying to identify the overall trend. Like I said, I can find trend and support resistance on any time frame, but I always gonna deal with the bigger time frame first. Then I'm gonna work my way on down. That's what they call top down. What they be saying top down analysis. Because they start with the bigger time frame first, then they gradually work their way down. They do analysis on every time frame. By usually I stick with the 4 hour. I stick with the daily 4 hour and 1 hour for my top down analysis.
Do you usually respect the trend on the daily to take entries on the lower time frame? Do you, because if it's on uptrend on the daily, do you usually respect the daily trend?
Yeah, true indeed. But like you said, if I got daily trend or uptrend, then I looking for buys. I only looking for buys, and vice versa. If I got a downtrend on the daily, then I only looking for sales. No, Forex is a pacing game. If you got patience, then you'll win. If you don't got no patience, then you're gonna get your head cracked. They're gonna rob you. I promise you, they're gonna crack your head every chance. They're gonna rob you because you ain't got no patience. They're gonna rob you till you get tired of getting robbed, until you learn how to deal with patience. This is not like high frequency Forex when they just moving up and down real fast. No, this is a whole different ball game right here. Forex is a pacing game. You got patience, then you gonna win. Forex is like fishing. Anybody but fishing, just like fishing. You put that bait on the hook, you gotta throw it in that water. You gotta wait till that fish come down. Same thing with Forex. It's a pacing game. You're waiting for prices to come to you. You don't taste it. You'll let it come to you. Then once prices come to you, then you entertain it. The only time you entertain when price come to you, you don't let it, you don't chase it, you just let it come to you. That was a patient game. You gotta wait patience. You got patience, then you're gonna win. You ain't got no patience, then you're gonna just you can keep blowing your account. You will constantly blow your account. I can tell y'all this because I done went through it. I done blew numerous accounts because I ain't had no patience. I've been rushing, looking for overnight success. Only thing I do is keep getting my head cracked, try to get tired, get my head cracked. So now I just deal with patience. I just wait. And once I get priced where I need to get it at, then I entertain it. Until then, I ain't gonna ever entertain it. If I don't see something that I like, I just go to another pill. So I find something I like. If I don't see nothing I like, then I go to another pill. You got plenty of pills on y'all that you can trade.
So I get why you didn't take this trade, or why you wouldn't be in this trade right now, right? But do you have one a chart that you would take the trade on?
Only thing I like to trade, to be honest with you, I'm an index. I like to trade index. Only reason I ain't show y'all the index, because I know some of y'all can go out there, y'all can get your head cracked with that index. I know this. That's why I did that.
Big dogs yet. Okay, I'm with you.
That's why I just take the currency pages. I know I do the index. Tomorrow somebody can go out there, they can try it, they're gonna get sodomist with that US 30. So that's why that's why I did a markup on the currency pairs. And that's just a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother level of trading where you just woof. It's gonna rob you if you don't know what you're doing. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah, here each pip is worth a lot more. So I get you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, once you learn to step the game up, you learn how to trade, then get into it. But I wouldn't advise none of y'all get into US 30. I go to like S&P 500 because it ain't not volatile, it ain't not violent. It's 30 violent. You're going action, and US 30 gonna give you what you're looking for. You're gonna lose your money, and US 30 gonna give you what you're looking for. And once you learn how to trade, you're gonna get that trade. Once you don't get that trade, and turn into a trader, then I'll tell you, say, go trade US 30, you're gonna get the buy. Until then, and stay away from US 30. That's my advice. Stay away from that. Don't mess with that. US 30 gonna
Take your word
break.
for it.
Stay away from it. I promise you, stay away from it. You don't know what you're doing until you turn to a advanced trader, man. Stay away from US 30.
Any more questions, guys? Any more questions?
Yep, I'm about to
This
watch
has
the
been
physical
very
video.
helpful.
Thank
you,
no,
Beyond.
can we do this again?
Appreciate you, King.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you, Beyond.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
definitely
you.
gonna we gonna start having little sessions on Tuesdays, man. On Tuesday, man.
Okay.
Every Tuesday gonna be different. We gonna step the game up. I mean, right now we're gonna stick with the basics. I mean, we got the crowd before we walk. We got the crowd
That's
before we
right.
walk. I mean, one step at a time. Then we all gonna get there. I ain't gonna stop y'all to advance. I mean, I'm gonna stop y'all at the beginning. Then we gradually gonna take one step at a time. So we gonna get there though. We can't rush the process. We definitely gonna get there.
Thank you, sir. I'm here for it. That sound like next Tuesday we're gonna be back here.
It
I'm gonna be here.
facts.
Hey, Beyond, before you leave, very quickly, where did you get those indicators from again, please, on the screen?
Oh, all right.
Can't hear you, Bia. I think you muted yourself.
Hello? Yeah.
So the indicators, I'm not sure what's going on with his line. The indicators are the MACD, and then the other lines you see is just basic trend lines and horizontal lines and vertical lines.
Okay.
So if you go on any HFX broker and regular trading view, you got your MACD 4C, and then the maker of it is Squatter.
Okay.
And then you have your regular vertical lines and trend lines.
I was looking, actually, Shaneka, I was trying to find the indicator itself. I've got trading view up right now, but I can't.
It's called MACD. And then once you put MACD into the indicators box, you'll see 4C pop up, and then you scroll down to the a couple of the MACDs that you see, and the maker of it, you'll see squatter.
I think he's trying to find out. It's where the FX is.
Oh. I thought you were talking about you actually in the indicator.
I see. Okay.
FX,
Yes.
Okay.
Now I found it. Thank you. That's why I couldn't find it. So it's
Okay. So guys, we definitely want to thank BI for coming in and
Yes.
giving us some of his value and knowledge of the market. And
Well, I apologize, man. I apologize.
that's okay. You can. Okay, I got you. Okay, so we want to thank him for coming in and giving us some wisdom and knowledge. To be honest with you, I really am so proud of him because he was so nervous, to be honest, because, you know, this is the first time he actually, you know, did it in front of everybody. He always is in the group chats, different groups that we're part of. He's always, you know, pouring himself out. Any type of assistance that anybody's always needing, he's always there to kind of respond. Even when some of the leaders can't respond, you know, we always can count on him to get everybody that's coming in straight as it relates to some issues or questions that they have on the charts and in the market. And so we're just proud of him, myself, and his other, you know, I can't take all of the credit for everything that he's been able to do. We have other people in our community like Miss Asia, Camden, Busy, Charmin, even Stevenson. You know, all of us has been working with him for this entire year and to just making him a whole trading machine. So definitely grateful for that. And as I said before, it's almost unheard of. You've never heard of someone that is actually behind the wall that has been able to first learn the skill set and two, be profitable in it to the point that, you know, when he gets out, he's straight. I'll just put it that way. Okay. And so we definitely are grateful for you, BI. Thank you, man. You did an awesome
Thank you.
job.
Yes.
I'm so proud of you.
Definitely
so
want to
proud
give
of
you
you.
some props, my brother, for inspiring us to
Yes.
some of us that's actually on the road, all we have is a cell phone. So you gave me inspiration to actually learn how to trade on my cell phone because I can't always have a desktop or a laptop with me. So you inspired me to actually learn how to trade on my cell phone.
For real. Yeah.
What's up?
You're awesome, BI. So we're gonna have these each week. We're definitely going to be continue to pray for him to make sure that he finished this out and he comes back. And we're definitely grateful for his squad that's on here as well. We got a couple of more on here now that are behind the wall as well. So all of you guys, we we love you guys. We're praying for y'all safe return. Y'all already know y'all in my prayers all the time because when I tell you guys, it's a few of them that literally, I'm talking about, they was gone for like 2 months, and I was like, what going on? Where they at? And he let me know, look, like it was real. Okay, I'm talking about brother almost didn't make it real. Okay, so when y'all see them on, they and to be honest with you, that's why I tell y'all, you gotta have a dedication to learn it. Okay, because it's not easy for them to hop on every session. It's not easy. Of course, you know it ain't easy, right? But to be honest with you, BI used to be a lot of people on the session before they used to get on regular people. And everybody used to be like, how, bro? Like, you beat everybody else on the session. But he wasn't playing. When I first met him, he told me, listen, this is what I'm up against. This is what I want to do. And I know I can do it. I just need the vehicle to get on the road. Okay. And so we've given him that vehicle, and he just went to all different states with the vehicle. So he just up and stuck. And so next week, We're gonna be back same time. He's gonna have something different to show you guys. And we're gonna keep this train moving. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, BI, again. Thank you to the squad that's back there. And we will see you guys soon.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Holla,
you're
holla.
welcome.
Appreciate y'all.
Welcome.